Hello and good evening. Welcome once again to Beyond the Boundary. आप देख रहे हैं TOI Sports और obviously it's a special day. A very Merry Christmas to everyone watching. And that means only one thing. Boxing Day test is upon us. It's always a great occasion, the Boxing Day test. और इस बार तो जैसे हमने कल बताया आपको, it's supposed to be a sold out MCG for Australia versus India. 4 test match series at 1-1. So let's get cracking and let's talk about this test match that's coming up. We have a full house of our panelists today. We have K. Srinivas Rao, Group Sports Editor, Times of India, joining us. We have Nitin Nayak, we have Dupayan Datta, Senior Editors, and also Senior Editor Abhijit Ghosh, who's encountered some technical issues. So we'll be hoping he'll be joining us very, very shortly. Welcome back, gentlemen, and Merry Christmas to
Thank you.
all of you. And
Merry
let's
Christmas
get
to
started.
everyone.
Yes, let's get started with the show. And series at 1-1. It's going to be very, very interesting. Melbourne, always a fascinating ground to watch and play test cricket, of course. The pitches have undergone a sea change over the last 2, 3 years. They've become really fresh, really sprightly for the fast bowlers. And Pat Cummins believes कि उस पे spin भी help मिलने वाला है. So let's get started. Let's have Rohit Sharma's comments. He's talked about India's batting. He's talked about the fact that Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal उनके ऊपर कितना दारोमदार रहेगा, कितनी responsibility रहेगी, and also we'll get the story from our reporter Sahil Malhotra on the ground. Let's talk about Rohit Sharma talking about Jaiswal. When you have a guy like Jaiswal in your squad, in your team, you don't want to tamper too much with his mindset. Let him be free as possible, and not get overburdened with too many thoughts regarding his batting. He understands his batting more than any of us. Yes, अंकुर विश्वास इन्होंने ऐड किया है तो लेट्स हैव साहिल स्टोरी which is the lead story for us today. uh, that there is a change, there is a potential change in the batting lineup. Apart from the fact that he's talking about Jaiswal, it means that Rohit Sharma could be opening. Can we have that story as well? Rohit Sharma could be opening the innings for India once again. There you go, Sahil Malhotra reporting from Melbourne. Rohit Sharma likely to open. Rahul will drop the number 3 spot. It opens a lot of possibilities in terms of who's going to bat, who's going to play. Let's start with Srinivas. What do you make of this? First of all, in terms of India's batting lineup, um, because if you move Rohit up, then you're talking about someone dropping down. He's already, Sahil said that KL Rahul to bat at 3. But at the same time, India, do they need to play an extra bowler? Should they play an extra bowler? Who's the batter going out? Let's get your thoughts. Let's get started with today's show. Srini.
Hi everyone. First of all, Merry Christmas. Now, I just love this whole confusion that's kind of built up. The thing is, Rohit is going to open, that's for sure, and it's a no-brainer that if Rohit opens, KL is coming to number 3. Do I agree with it? That's another thing. Let's stick to the test match. Rohit is going to open, so KL comes at number 3. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
there is no way with this
Hmm.
bowling lineup and what we saw of Jasprit Bumrah, and I think we've been saying this from the second test onwards. See, there are too many things in my mind, so I'll just break this down point wise. We've been saying this right from somewhere at the start of the second test onwards that the workload on Jasprit Bumrah's shoulders needs to be looked at in that with utmost seriousness, and we are at that stage of a test match where we need a fit Jasprit Bumrah for the remaining 10 days of test match cricket, right? So to
Hmm.
make that happen, you really got to make sure that he has enough Arsenal bowling support around him. You cannot tinker with Nitish Kumar Reddy. There is no chance. He gives
Yeah.
you that option where he can bowl, roll his arm over. He's been in form. He's kind of, so there is no way you're dropping Nitish Kumar Reddy. Now, Jadeja, there is no way you're dropping him. Rohit wants to play Sundar, and it's very clear that Gautam Gambhir, the coach, is in favor of playing Sundar. So who gets dropped? In my view, if I had to take that call here, I don't see anybody else but Shubman Gill, kind of having to give up his place. That's the way I'm looking at it. There
Fair
is an
enough.
argument I understand that could be
Yeah.
Sundar was. I'm saying both of them will play and Shubman will sit.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. यहाँ पर एक question mark यहाँ पे ये बन रहा है कि Dopayan, India's bowling has been too thin over the last 2 test matches. ठीक है, per test match में Jasprit Bumrah showed his magic and everything. But uske baad, he's not got that support. I mean, Harshit Rana, you look Kashdeep, you look at Mohammad Siraj, first of all, who's not really delivered the goods. हमने कितनी बार बात किया है शो पे, Mohammad Siraj needs to step up. That hasn't happened. And you look at the bowling lineup, and then you have somebody like Bumrah. He's had to bowl a lot. He's delivered, but he's running thin, right? So, and the other aspect where the Indian team is rotating its spinners. Now they are one big spinner less. R. Ashwin is nowhere there now, so you have to contend with Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. Um, Nitish Reddy, he's bowled well, he's batted well. So in a way, he's become undroppable. कल हमने दिखाया था he's faced a lot more deliveries than India's top order. So can we try and make sense of what's really going on in that dressing room right now? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's quite clearly a case of desperation. Like
Hmm.
Rohit Sharma doesn't know where he fits into this lineup at the moment, given his current form. That's why, and he's now banking on miracles to get it right. Like obviously, we could see that he looked, because he hadn't batted in the middle order for 5 years. So he looked fish out of water in the middle order. It is understandable in a way, but the way he is batting, from being so wobbly in the middle order to going up to open the batting, I do
Hmm.
not know what you are expecting other than a miracle to get runs. Like
Okay.
it is very difficult. But anyway, if that decision has been taken, it has been taken. So fine. So in at number three, KL Rahul comes down, but Shubman Gill, despite everything, Shubman Gill has played 3 innings, right? He has scored a 30 and a 20, 28 in the pink ball test, which many of the other batters did not manage. So he is not exactly an outright failure at the moment. So,
Hmm.
and I do not think, even if you are going into a spicy pitch in MCG, you cannot cut down on your batting. Like batting
Yeah.
is non-negotiable. So
Yeah.
is Washington Sundar a better bet than Shubman Gill? I
Hmm.
really don't think that's the way to go. Like probably they have the fact in mind that in the 2021 Test match, in the on the first day, within the first 12 overs, Ashwin got 3 wickets, 2 3 wickets. He got Matthew Wade, Steve Smith, and another guy out before lunch, which kind of set the pattern of play. That's something in mind. But mind it, that is Ashwin, and this is Washington
Yeah.
Sundar.
Washington.
That is chalk and cheese. It doesn't
Hmm.
work like that. So. Uh, uh, if you are telling me that Shubman Gill at 5 is a good idea, because a
Okay.
slight
So.
against
Hmm.
the older ball, he's a better bet. I have been telling that for a while, and I think that, but I do not endorse the fact of dropping a batsman in favor of an extra bowler.
Okay, okay. You don't endorse it. Let's go to Nitin and then we'll ask for what is the solution here. क्योंकि आप खिला तो 11 player ही सकते हो ना. If Rohit Sharma moves up and then you want to play an extra bowler, then what is the solution there? Nitin, let's get some comments in before we get to you. Sports fan says, why is Indian team contemplating so many changes in the middle of series? KL should open tomorrow. And this time, Ankur says, this time it's not a selfless move. Kiran Kumar says, unfair to drop Nitish Kumar Reddy. Um, uh, if Rahul fails in the middle, please don't put all the blame on him. If Gale has to bat number 5 or 6, then he's better off being rested. Kitna rest karoge, bhai? Nimish Janeja says, so unfair call. It's a personal driven call rather than focusing on team. You can't fix something when something isn't broken. Should be Rohit last test if team fails. As always, we're getting a bag of mixed reactions. First of all, it's not confirmed yet that this is going to happen. It seems like this is going to happen because the way that Rohit Sharma has given the statements, he's saying कि हाँ हम देखेंगे ये है वो है. Otherwise, Rohit Sharma has been very blunt in the last 2 Test matches, Nitin. कि हाँ ये यहाँ पे बैटिंग करेगा ये यहाँ पे बैटिंग करेगा. This time he's not been that blunt. Okay, let's talk about this as well. Shubman Gill average is less than Bhuvneshwar, and he's not being dropped. Why? A mixed bag of comments, and I think this mixed bag is going to continue tomorrow till the time of the toss, 4:30 a.m. Your thoughts, Nitin, to get started, and then let's discuss ki what is the solution here. Nitin, your thoughts first up.
Well, if they are thinking of um, demoting an in-form opener in KL Rahul and promoting an out-of-form batter and a captain to
Yeah,
open, then I think this team management, needs a neurosurgeon who can perform instant brain surgery, because this is just nonsensical. I mean, the best batter on tour has been KL Rahul, irrespective of
yeah,
Yashasvi Jaiswal's 160 odd at Perth.
yeah.
Best opener across both teams has been
Hmm.
KL Rahul, across both teams, and
Yeah.
and you are now planning to demote him to number three just so that your captain, who is out of form, struggling for
Hmm.
runs since the
Hmm.
England tour, he wants to open, which I think will be bizarre and almost fatal in India's quest to retain the BJT or qualify for the WTC. I think if that happens, this test is gone, uh,
Okay.
because the only thing they should do is keep Rohit at number six, let Gill bat at five,
Hmm.
let Gill bat at three, and
Okay.
maybe drop Nitish and play an extra seamer.
Hmm. Okay. Play an extra seamer, says Nitin. Let's get a few more comments here in terms of Priyanshu saying Rahul should open. Others can play musical chairs amongst themselves. Upender says Shubman has Boland's number. Um Gill is playing inconsistently. He is not that great with the new ball. Okay. Um, Srini, what Nitin said here, I think एक line जो है, the solution will come to in just a bit. But एक line दिमाग में अटक गया है कि you are looking at an out of form batter to open, and then you're pushing somebody like KL Rahul, you're pushing him down in the middle, and then that leaves a big question mark on Shubman Gill if you want to play an extra bowler. On the face of it, when somebody like Rohit Sharma is struggling for runs, struggling for technique, struggling for defense. Is this the best move? Is it a last resort move? Melbourne, pe we have seen spicy pitches, spicy practice pitches. So the mid wicket, the center wicket is obviously going to be spicy. Is this a last resort move? Is this a move, a desperate move?
See, I'm totally. I mean, not just Nitin, even Vaibhav said the same thing, right? I mean, and I'm totally in line with what they think. So there are two things here. What are we discussing? Are we discussing what is likely to happen tomorrow, or are we discussing logic? Because
Hmm.
those two are going to be separate things, right? They are not the same. If we
Okay.
are talking sense here, then we have to move in another direction. We are
Hmm.
talking about what is going to happen tomorrow, and tomorrow what is going to happen is a man who's not in form is trying to find a place for himself. It happens in the career of every cricketer who somehow can't find the perfect time for sunset in life. This is not the first time. This will not be the last time.
Yeah.
I can say a lot of things right now on camera, but again, I'll be missing the point where this test match is concerned. So I'll stick to this test match. Uh, Rohit is doesn't belong in this 11, as Nitin said, and very rightly so. It is embarrassing that a man of KL Rahul's form right now, in terms of he saying this very clearly that who's the best opener from both sides right now. I mean, you can't seriously take away anything from KL Rahul the way he's batted. So and to the fact that we've been discussing right from the start of the series that how it has been unfair on KL Rahul for the number of times that he's been shuffled in this batting order. And now to adjust an out of form batter who's a captain, 1 minute, and an elephant in the room, you are once again shuffling with that very guy who's been a victim of kind of similar occurrences in the past. You're once again kind of pushing him down where exactly is it. So again, we are looking at Rohit opening. That's not really going out of the room because Rohit is not. He's really not fitting in the middle order as far as this team scheme of things go. He's opening, so KL has to drop at number three. The question here is: are we going to continue to bolster our batting attack, which exactly has happened so far in the tournament, where India has again found the need to go with the extra batter? It's something. It's a kind of a psychological condition, whereas your
Hmm.
bowling all rounders have actually saved test matches for you so far. But the psychological thing that you've got to go with an extra batter, I think this test match they will have. You can't eat the cake and then have it. You can't have an out of form batter taking away the space of an opener who's kind of the only guy who's delivering for you, and then say, "Oh no, I want an extra batter also." Kind of to kind of justify my presence in the squad. All of that has to go out of the window. So if Rohit Sharma is pushing himself and somehow trying to accommodate himself as an opener in this test match, and thereby the consequence being that a KL has to let go of his place, then you better show enough courage to go in with a bowling attack that can give Jasprit Bumrah the cushion that he needs. Don't put extra pressure on him because you have to justify a batting order, because you have to kind of stay put in it. I don't see the need for it, and if that needs to happen at any cost, don't justify it with an added batsman. Then you might as well kind of give Jasprit Bumrah the cushion. So unfortunate.
Okay, okay.
Fair on
Just
Shubman Gill.
yeah.
I'll complete this. I'll complete this because without this line, I won't be fair on Shubman. I'll complete this. It's extremely fair on Shubman. As Zwapan pointed out, the only guy who got us runs in the Adelaide test, in the pink ball test. You know, people can have opinions, but does it mean that Rohit Sharma's presence in the squad has to cost Shubman Gill its place? I do not agree with it. If tomorrow
Okay.
Shubman sits, it's unfair, but that's what is going to happen.
Okay. Look, it's a very fine balance. Let's be very honest about it. अगर आपको एक extra batter खिलाना है या एक extra bowler खिलाना है, it's not going to come at the cost of the captain, right? The captain is absolutely out of form, woefully out of form, but it's not going to come at the cost of the captain. Indian cricket doesn't work like that. So let's come to this question first. जो हम solutions की बात कर रहे हैं, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Shubman Gill as well. We'll talk about KL Rahul at number 3 as well. We had a graphic yesterday. It was a wonderful graphic. It shows how the different batters have batted. We'll play that graphic again. But right now, जो श्रीनी ने कहा है, it leads to this such a big talking point. And Priyanshu's question here: do you see Rohit playing England series next year? I think he wants to play. That's why he's back opening. Listen, boss, you're talking about England series. I am saying if you open the innings, you drop the batter, and you play an extra bowler, that's a brave call. That's a brave call. But if you open the innings and you still play 6 batters, that's a desperate move. If it doesn't work, then should Rohit Sharma even be captain in the Sydney Test match? I think it's a desperate move. It's a move that could put his spot in risk. It could make, if India loses this Test match, it could make things very, very tough for Rohit Sharma, the skipper. So let's talk about this. Is this a desperate move? Is this a last ploy move? Is this something that could end a wonderful career? Srini, your thoughts? Let's start with that. Actually, wait. Let's get Dwapayan and Nitin first, and then we'll go to Srini.
Yes, it's complete desperation. It is nothing else. Like if it happens, if it finally happens, if it is really happening, then it is absolute desperation, because he as I said before, that he doesn't know where to get runs, and at the moment he has forgotten how to get runs. That is a very
Hmm.
difficult situation. If he was
Hmm.
not the captain, he was probably not playing this test match. So that is
Hmm.
where this is coming in. That
Yeah.
is where this is coming in, and that's why,
Hmm.
like, it's just he's praying for miracles. If he's going up the order, hoping that he will get a few runs, a few edges will fly past, something like that. He gets a quick 50, and a few things will be sorted. He's doing that. Like, I don't know why he is doing that. The player that he has been, the captain that he has been, I have never seen Rohit Sharma being selfish with his decision making as a captain ever. So if this is happening, this for the first time, this will smack of not just desperation but of selfishness also, which is which I have never seen Rohit Sharma in his cricketing career. I have always liked the guy as a player, as a captain, and it'll be very sad. And I'll just say one more thing: like, if he is really opening, then why tinker with KL Rahul's position? If you have to bring somebody down, bring Jaiswal down at number 3. KL Rahul has fitted in so beautifully as an opener. Bring
Okay.
Jaiswal down, if at all you
Okay,
have to
we'll
do
come to
that.
that. No, we'll come to that. Why KL Rahul at number 3 makes a little more sense. But Nitin, this move, it seems desperate on the face of it. But is it because you're trying to find your best combination, and you have to drop either Nitish Kumar Reddy or you have to drop Shubman Gill, one of them, to make space for an additional bowler? Then you are short of an opener or a then KL Rahul drops in at number 3, then then you have to move Rohit Sharma up to the top. There is no other solution. It's not a desperate move, it's not a selfish move. Are we looking at this in the wrong way and thinking, oh, you know what, ये करने के बाद एक्स्ट्रा बैटर तो नहीं खिला सकते आप, ये करने के बाद आपको एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर खिलाना ही पड़ेगा. There is no other way. Nitin and then Srini. Nitin, I think his screen might be frozen. Srini, let's get you on this.
Well, I agree with you. I've been saying the same thing. If you are going to do this, then there is no case, there is no question that you are justifying this by adding an extra batsman. You have to go in and give Jasprit Bumrah, and the bowling side the cushion and the comfort that they need. So if it comes to this, that Rohit is actually opening tomorrow, and it's at the cost of Shubman, then you might as well take the responsibility of putting those runs on board. I don't really, Dwapan said, why not Yashasvi? I'm sure you have your reasons. I'll say this, I would rather tinker with KL Rahul, the man in form, than actually kind of tinker with Yashasvi and spoil the whole thing. Yashasvi, first of all, kind of gives me that left-right combination. Other than that, the simple fact that, he's a guy who have consistently played in that spot. I would rather not tinker with another young cricketer and wreck this for, kind of going forward. So if I have to really unnecessarily tinker with this, I might as well stick with KL, which is what is looks like happening. I'm sorry. I mean, I really always have huge regards for Rohit. Somebody had asked that question. England, that's why he wants to. It's too far a thing. Even the Sydney Test match is too far a thing right now. What is sitting on your head right now is MCG starting tomorrow, and let's stick to that. From that standpoint, I mean, I'll once again reiterate this. To me, the only way you are justifying, there's no way to justify this, but the only way you're making up for promoting Rohit back up the order is by making sure that you are bolstering your bowling attack. And that is the reason I see
Nitin?
Shubman sitting, and that's the reason I kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nitin, do you agree that, are you back first of all? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so do you agree with this, that the only way you can justify this move with Rohit Sharma moving at the top, whether opening or at number 3, is if you play an extra bowler. If you play 6 batters with Rohit moving at the top, then it just doesn't make sense. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it will be a negative selection. I mean, with 6 batters. I mean, bear in mind what happened in 2020, 2021. Despite India getting bowled out for 36, India played with 5 bowlers and 5 batters in Melbourne, and they had the confidence to play with 5 bowlers over there. The same should happen over here. Even, I mean, if at all, I mean, I just don't understand this need to make KL Rahul. Why should every time KL Rahul adjust with his batting position? He's been the Mr. Fix It almost. Okay, you need
Yes.
somebody to open. Okay, let get KL Rahul to open. You need somebody to keep wickets in one-day cricket. Okay, let KL Rahul do it. You need somebody to bat down the order to negotiate the second new ball. Okay, let KL Rahul do it. I mean, how many times do you want to do that to him? Now that he has found, and also looking ahead, I think this position should be his for the taking now. The number 1 spot. I
Yes.
think India is playing a lot of tours abroad, and he still has probably a couple or 3 more good years ahead of him. And I think that position should now be his without any debate. Let's give it to him.
Okay. यहाँ पर, yeah, Srini, फटाफट, yeah.
That'll be the case after the Australia tour.
Okay, we'll talk about that. There's a lot of chatter coming up over the next couple of months, so we'll obviously be having a lot of shows and discussing all of that. AK Singh कह रहे हैं Rohit at number 3, Shubman should be rested, Jadeja at 6, Nitish Reddy at 7, Washi at 8, and then Bumrah, Akash, and Siraj would follow. I am dropping Shubman because Rohit cannot be dropped. If Rohit cannot be dropped, that will change very quickly if he doesn't score runs this time around. Sports fan says maybe Rohit and Virat have been told these are their last 2 tests as the last 2 chances, so he's giving himself a best chance to succeed. Virat को हम साइड में कर देते हैं इसमें से. Rohit का, you never know what's going to happen that way. Kiran Kumar says best lineup if Rohit wants to play top order. Rahul Jaiswal, Rohit at three, Virat Pant, Nitish Jadeja, Washington, Bumrah, Akashdeep, and Prasidh Krishna. Okay, I kind of agree with what Kiran has said here. यहाँ पर let's bring that graphic that we had yesterday as well about how many balls the Indian batters have faced in this series again and compare it what Chiteshwar Pujara did. मतलब Chiteshwar Pujara को तीन चार gold medal दे दो boss. You look at that 1258 balls he faced in four tests in 2018 2020 में 928 balls. शुभमन गिल ने दो टेस्ट में 84 balls खेले हैं. So there is a question mark. Yes, Shubman Gill is the future. ये वो लेकिन बॉस शुभमन के बल्ले से रन्स नहीं आए हैं. लेट्स बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट. अब किसने बॉल्स फेस किए हैं? रन्स तो ज्यादा नहीं बने हैं. बॉल्स किसने ज्यादा फेस किए हैं? केएल राहुल ने. So let's talk about this first. A batter who is facing 470 balls, who's showing the technique and the ability that he's going to face these many balls, should he open? Should he bat at number 3? These are the only two spots. But tomorrow, what's going to happen? What do you think is the right way forward? And with that, we welcome Mr. Avijit Ghosh, senior editor at Times of India. Sir, can you hear us? Good evening. Let me just check. Are you muted? Yes, you're muted. Wait one second.
Yeah.
Can you unmute, sir?
Yeah, I'm late, but as they say, better late than never.
Better late than never. We are discussing Rohit Sharma opening tomorrow potentially, and who should bat at number 3? Is graphic ke hisab se it should be KL Rahul. Your thoughts on potentially Rohit Sharma opening by playing an extra bowler, and should KL Rahul move to number 3 or should it be Rohit Sharma at number 3 and KL Rahul to continue opening? Your thoughts on this?
You see, Rahul is the only opener who has
Yeah.
not been shaky in the first innings. तो जो एकमात्र जो सबल हैं और स्थिर रहे हैं फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में, अगर आप उनको हटाते हो तो दो आदमी who have had difficulty. Rohit has had difficulty putting bat to ball first innings or second innings, and Yashasvi has not been able to bat in the first innings. So basically, this is not what you call a sagacious move. I don't know what it is being driven by, but it is not a sagacious move.
Okay. So again, we are going about the fact that यहाँ पर और भी comments आ रहे हैं. Let's take that. Saurabh Sharma says KL has to bat at number 2 or 3, no lower than that. So Mr. Ghosh has given his point of view. Srini, you're smiling. Let's talk about this. Okay, ये comment आ रहा है. विश्वजीत राहुल जी कह रहे हैं पंत ने भी परफॉर्म नहीं किया. बॉस कीपर है वो. शुभमन गिल कांट कीप विकेट्स, राइट? फिर अब कीपर का हम एक और वो लेकर आ जाते हैं कॉन्वर्सेशन. नहीं तो अब आप केएल राहुल को कीपिंग कराने की बात करोगे, which is a possibility because he's kept wickets in overseas tests. बट एक तो वो काम एक बैटर है हमारे पास जो बॉल्स खेल रहा है, जो थोड़ा बहुत फॉर्म दिखा रहा है, उसको एडिशनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे दो एंड वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा. श्रीनी, राहुल टू एट नंबर 3 और रोहित शर्मा एट नंबर 3?
Again, as I said it at the start. हम क्या डिस्कस कर रहे हैं? हम क्रिकेटिंग लॉजिक बात कर रहे हैं या कल क्या होगा वो बात कर रहे हैं? अगर लॉजिक बात कर रहे हैं तो obviously you cannot tinker with KL. KL opens. There is no question about it. There's no doubt about it. And
Dopayan?
Yeah, KL should open. I think the opening combination should stay, and I think the batting order, the way it is, it should not change. Like if Rohit Sharma has to play, he should play in the middle order itself. And Rohit Sharma is not a number 3 batter also. Like
no, but the question stands. Then if you have to play an extra bowler, तो आप नंबर 3 पे किसको बैटिंग करा रहे हो? आप विराट कोहली को तो नहीं बोलोगे नंबर 3 पे जाके बैट.
5 bowlers क्या really जरूरत है? I really don't know.
Okay. We'll come to that. Let's open up that conversation. Then क्या हमें 5 bowler खिलाने की जरूरत है? Because we know that Bumrah has been struggling in terms of finding support from the other bowlers. Let's start with Mr. Ghosh and then Nitin as well. Do India need an extra bowler? Partha Baudry has written this for Times of India today. India have serious thinking to do about their combination. Should India play an additional pacer at the expense of batting all-rounder Reddy? Prasidh has taken a few wickets in the India A game, and as also in the second game in the same venue, at the same venue. So, Mr. Ghosh, your thoughts on this? Should India play an extra bowler? Should it be a pacer? Should it be a spinner? Should it be a spin all rounder? Because that is apparently a variety now. And then we'll go to Nitin.
देखिए हमारा जो बैटिंग है वही हमारा सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम रहा है ना। तो
जी
हम पांचवा बॉलर की बात कर रहे हैं, तो अगर
हम्म
हम पांचवे बॉलर की बात कर रहे हैं तो what is the combination that we're thinking of? We are thinking of 4 pacers and 1 medium pacer and 1 spinner,
या
or we are thinking of 3 medium pacers and 2 spinners. वो वाला कॉम्बिनेशन की बात है। तो अगर हम 2 स्पिनर्स की बात कर रहे हैं तो स्पिनर्स तो जो हमारे हैं सारे वो ऑलराउंडर्स हैं, बट जो हमारे पेसर्स हैं उनमें से कोई भी बैटिंग नहीं कर सकता है। मैं नीतीश रेड्डी को पेसर नहीं मानता अभी, वो बेसिकली बैटिंग करते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत बॉलिंग कर ले।
ओके
तो इस तरह से हमें पहले सोचना पड़ेगा कि हम क्या चाह रहे हैं पहले। आर वी
Potentially-
इन टर्म्स
Potentially, we are thinking 3 pacers, 2 spinners, and Nitish Reddy. 3 pacers, 2 spinners, and Nitish Reddy.
तो इसका मतलब अगर हम सोच रहे हैं तो फिर हमें ऊपर में से किसी को ड्रॉप करना पड़ेगा ना।
Which is what the conversation is, that Shubman Gill is potentially going to make way and Rohit Sharma is going to open. This is AK Singh has said this. This is the lineup except Rohit to bat open and KL Rahul to bat at number 3. That is the conversation.
देखिए हमारा जो बैटिंग लाइनअप है वो अभी इतना अस्थिर है, और there is so much of lack of confidence that I think we will go with as many batsmen as possible.
Okay.
हम देखिए किसी ने पंत के बारे में बोला, वो बिल्कुल सच बोला। हमें लग रहा है पंत बैटिंग कर रहा है, बट पंत ने किसी भी इनिंग्स में अच्छे रन्स नहीं बनाए। What are his scores? 37, 1, 21, 28 and 9. He is looking nice only because Rohit is looking bad, and even Kohli minus that 100 is looking bad.
Yeah.
पर पंत ने भी कुछ टीम के लिए किया नहीं है।
Yeah.
टीम के लिए अगर see our batting has actually collapsed in the sense कि देखिए only one innings so far has been a very very good innings, which is the यशस्वी जायसवाल innings. हम अगर राहुल की भी बात करें तो राहुल ने 2 innings अच्छे खेले हैं। He has been very very stable.
He hasn't carried on. Yeah.
He has not produced a big innings which makes a difference for the side. He is looking good only because the others are so bad. जब आप एक छोटी सी बात करना चाहूंगा कि जब आप 60-70 बनाते हो तो आप अपने लिए बैटिंग करते हो, लेकिन जब आप 120 तब आप टीम के लिए करते हो। तो हमारे लिए कोई अपनी बैटिंग नहीं किया, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया हमारा जो उनके बीच जो डिफरेंस है वो ट्रेविस हेड का डिफरेंस है। उसके 2 इनिंग्स जो है 140 और 150 वाले जो इनिंग्स हैं, दैट हैज मेड ऑल द डिफरेंस। सो आई रियली डोंट थिंक वी विल मेक वी नीड दैट एक्स्ट्रा बैट्समैन। आई डोंट थिंक एंड वी विल डू दैट।
Okay. Sports fan says nobody's talking about. Yeah, sports fan says nobody's talking about out of form Siraj. You know what? It seems like Siraj is the least of India's troubles at the moment. Least of India's troubles at the moment. अभी बहुत सारी परेशानियां और हैं. Nitin, your thoughts? Do we need an extra batter? Do we need an extra bowler? ये पहले इसको सुलझा लेते हैं. Then we'll come to the Mayan and Shrink as well.
Extra bowler always an extra bowler. Your extra batter at
for that.
Getting 45 runs at number 8, I don't really think they are of any value to the team. Or getting 41 or 42 that like Nitish Reddy has done, they serve no purpose. I would rather have a pacer who who goes for 80 runs in 20 overs but gives you 3 wickets. I think that will be of greater value, and Bumrah will also find more support with that, and that gives you more balance. Yes, your over rates might go for a bit of a toss with 4 quicks, but I feel that over rate should be the last of your issues, really. Right? What you're doing right now is picking the best batter among bowlers to rescue your top order. So that should not be happening. That should not be happening.
Okay, Dopayan, your thoughts? An extra batter or extra bowler, and why?
Given the quality of the pitch, the way the pitches have been, spicy pitches, I think India extra batter. And as Abhijit was also saying, that batting has been our problem. I do not think there is a case for curtailing the number of bats by adding an extra bowler, an extra spinner. Does a spinner win you a test match here? I don't think so. What Nitin is saying, four outright pacers, that is not going to happen. What they are probably thinking is Washington Sundar as the second spinner in place of
Yeah,
Shubman Gill, and not four outright pacers. So wo ho nahi raha hai. So what you are thinking is two spinners. Will two spinners
okay.
uh, really add to your bowling and make a difference in the first innings? Don't think so. And Washington Sundar is no Ravichandran Ashwin.
Okay.
Don't expect what Ravichandran Ashwin did in the 2021 MCG test in the first session. Washington Sundar will do the same. That's not going to happen.
That's a very important line that you've said, क्योंकि आपको एक फॉरवर्ड प्लानिंग करनी होती है. अगर ये फॉरवर्ड प्लानिंग आपने की होती कि वॉशिंगटन सुंदर इज नॉट रविचंद्रन अश्विन, मे बी रविचंद्रन अश्विन वुड नॉट हैव क्विट मिड सीरीज एंड गॉन होम. Srini, your thoughts? You're playing an extra batter or an extra bowler here?
Okay, I mean, I'll break this into two parts. One, I have said this right from the start of this conversation that the idea of playing an extra batter does not arise because an out of form batter who is trying to push his way into this 11. Okay,
Yeah.
purely for that reason alone. If I did
Hmm.
not have Rohit Sharma here, and if I was dependent on Washington Sundars and Nitish Kumar Reddy's to pack my batting order, I would have said yes, go ahead with an extra batter. But an
Hmm.
elephant like Rohit Sharma, who's out of form, pushes his way in. At the cost of that, I have to
Hmm.
substitute KL Rahul, the opener who I want in that position. I have to kind of take that upon myself. Then I'm not giving that added cushion of an extra batter. Then you might as well, you've taken this risk of pushing yourself up the order in opening, then you might as well take the responsibility of putting those runs on board also. And purely from that standpoint, at MCG, ideal circumstances, what have we seen? Four pacers and a spinner. Ideal circumstances, which is what happened in 2018. You had a Hanuma Vihari and a four-man pace attack. Brilliantly, things worked out for us.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Cut to 2021, 8 wickets in that test match were picked by spinners, Jadeja and Ashwin combo in
Hmm.
2021. So we played two spinners on the last victory. The victory before that, we played four pacers in one spinner. I really wouldn't apply a lot of mind there.
Hmm.
At this point, you're asking me an extra batter or an extra bowler. The logic that I see here is if Rohit wants to open and if he wants to do it at the cost of bringing KL Rahul down, then you might as well take the responsibility of putting those runs on board. Let Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma stand and show some courage here and take that upon themselves, and then allow Jasprit Bumrah, the man who's been India's match winner by a mile and a half, allow him some comfort, allow him some cushion here, and please make sure that he remains safe until the end of this series. So, I think that's what is logic, and I expect that to happen.
ओके, ये कमेंट देखिए. आई थिंक दिस इज द कमेंट. आप सबके रिएक्शन सुन के दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई अग्री विद मोस्ट. इट विल बी अनफेयर ऑन नितिश रेड्डी, बट देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन. अगर आपको एक्स्ट्रा बैटर भी खिलाना है, एंड एज अभिजीत सर हैज सेड, एज नितिन हैव सेड, दैट अगर आप बॉलर एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर खिलाओगे या आप एक बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर खिलाओगे, इट डजंट रियली मैटर. अगर आप एक विकेट ले रहे हो और 40 रन बना रहे हो, या तो एक फुल टाइम बॉलर खिलाओ जो आपको वो विकेट दे सके, चाहे थोड़ा एक्सपेंसिव हो जाए. Or, as Dopayan said, that you do need that extra batter. So play Shubman and play that extra bowler. So Nitish Reddy is the one who might get axed over here. Rajesh Gupta says ideally India should replace Nitish Reddy with either a Harshit or a Mukesh Rana. Go with four fast bowlers and Jadeja. Opening combo should not be disturbed, and rest of the team, of course, stays the same. So a lot of masala over what is going to happen. Let's return to that graphic about the batters not facing enough deliveries. Let's also talk about that. Um, this is a very important discussion that we need to have. We talked about Rishabh Pant there. We talked about Rishabh Pant because again, देखो, Rishabh Pant is in the Travis Head mode, right? If he can score runs against those old balls, but if your top order is not score, if not is not facing enough deliveries, how is he going to score those runs? He's batting in that proper एक ही mode में batting कर रहा है वो. Uh, yeah, he's batting in that just one mode, right? Now you look at the likes of Virat Kohli, 200 deliveries, जिसमें से 143 deliveries he faced in one innings. So he's faced 57 deliveries in the rest of the 5 innings, right? Rohit Sharma not faced enough deliveries. Shubman Gill, in fact, Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill have faced more deliveries than Virat Kohli in those 5 innings, in those two test matches. So it goes to say a lot. Gentlemen, we need to talk about this big elephant in the room. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, if he plays, not enough runs on the board, not facing enough deliveries. हम ये पूरी 3 टेस्ट मैच निकाल दिए हैं ये डिस्कस करके, अभी भी हम यही डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. If the opposition has scored 400 runs and your top order is gone for 40 for 5, हम जो भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, it's moot, right? It's moot. Abhijit sir, let's start with you.
देखिए, I've said this in the past also. In Adelaide, not a single batsman played 70 balls in either of the innings. ये सच्चाई है. ब्रिस्बेन में आकाशदीप ने 44 बॉल खेल के 31 रन बनाए थे, which is more deliveries faced by यशस्वी, गिल, रोहित, कोहली, पंत. ये हमारे 5 बैट्समैन हैं, इससे ज्यादा बॉल खेल के उसने बनाई थी. मैं आपको एक पुराने टेस्ट की तरफ ले चलता हूं. दैट इज 2018 मेलबर्न टेस्ट जो हमने जीता था. उस टेस्ट में ओपन किया था द फॉरगॉटन मैन ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट. मैं मयंक की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं हनुमा विहारी की बात कर रहा हूं. उसके फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में हनुमा विहारी ने सिर्फ 8 रन बनाए थे, लेकिन उसने कितने बॉल खेले थे? ही प्लेड 66 डिलीवरीज, 80 मिनट्स. मयंक ने अच्छा बैटिंग किया था उस इनिंग्स में. पहला विकेट जो था वो 19वें ओवर में गिरा था, हालांकि सिर्फ हनुमा विहारी ने 8 रन बनाए थे, बट द विकेट फेल इन द 19th ओवर. सेकेंड इनिंग्स अगेन ही स्कोर्स 13 रन, पर पहला विकेट जो है वो 13वें ओवर में गिरता है. सो वी हैव बीन टाइम एंड अगेन टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ स्टेइंग ऑन, ऑफ हैंडलिंग द ओपनिंग अटैक, ताकि हमारा जो मिडिल ऑर्डर है या लोअर टॉप ऑर्डर है वो थोड़ा सा सिक्योर फील करे, थोड़ा से बॉल अप निकाल दो. पर ये कोई करने वाला नजर नहीं आ रहा है. एंड यू कैन शफल अराउंड with as many batsmen any में पैक कि ये खेलो, इसको खिलाओ, उसको खिलाओ, but who is going to bat? Who is going to see off the new ball? और ये हम जो रिकॉर्ड्स देख रहे हैं ये पुराने रिकॉर्ड्स हैं. अभी का जो इस सीरीज का जो रिकॉर्ड है हमारे बॉल फेस करने का, वो बहुत, it's almost pathetic.
This is series का. This is this series. Cheteshwar Pujara is from 2018-2020. The rest of the batters is from this series.
हाँ, तो सिवाय केएल राहुल के कोई भी ऐसा बैट्समैन नहीं है, और एक इनिंग्स में जायसवाल के अलावा कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है जो कभी भी 100 बॉल खेल पाया है. तो ये तो एक फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लम हो गया ना हमारे साथ.
Nitin and Dwapayan, if there is one batter who's played a lot of deliveries, that's KL Rahul. If we do play an extra bowler, is he somebody who could do that number 3 job, or even do the same job batting at the top of the order? It's about blunting that ball. It's about blunting that ball when Mitchell Stark is bowling, when Pat Cummins is bowling, when Scott Boland is bowling. Kaun karega? Somebody has to do this job, right, Nitin? And then Dwapayan.
Yeah, I mean, somebody is KL Rahul. So, and that's what he's been doing in this series. And now suddenly they are thinking of batting him at number 3. So I just don't see the need for so much tinkering at the moment. You just need to make one change, which is either bring in an extra seamer instead of instead of Nitish, or you play Washington Sundar. But don't consider Nitish to be your, if he is not Jack Callis, so please do not give him that much of importance. So I mean, you need to treat him at the moment as a batter who can just barely bowl at 120, unless he adds 10 kmph to his pace. He's not a seam bowling all-rounder at all.
I'm not sure आप Nitish Reddy को as a batter भी define करोगे, because again by that definition he's scoring
he's
like
averaging 23. He's averaging 23 in first class cricket.
No, and also the fact that ठीक है वो opportunity नहीं मिल रही है ना. By the time he comes to bat, the entire batting order is gone.
Those 40 runs at number 8 are of zero value to you.
very little value, I will say, not
Yeah,
zero value exactly. The margin
yeah.
of defeat would be very big. 1-1 nahi hota series because some of the knocks that he's played, because some of the runs that he's added. Um, Dwapayan, your thoughts? Somebody has to do this job. Who's going to do this job?
Again, with what Nitin said, like if anybody has to do this job, it has to be of the top three. It has to be KL Rahul. I do not, because see, playing out balls like have batting at a poor strike rate, that has become unfashionable in Indian cricket. Like there
Hmm.
were long periods of time when Cheteshwar Pujara faced a lot of flack by this media who is asking for, praying for somebody like Cheteshwar Pujara. They were after his life just because he used to play slow. Questions were asked in the press conference: why is his strike rate so low? Like that is the problem. So you have bred a group of players who look to score. Their only way of batting is by trying to score. They will throw the bat at the ball. They will not leave deliveries. They get the runs, it's fine. They don't get the runs, it's they don't live by the sword, die by the sword. That is the policy that India has taken, and it is that's the pitfall of it. That is what you are struggling with. So you have to live with it. Only player who can do it is KL Rahul at the top of the order, of the top three. I do not see anybody else doing it.
ओके, यहाँ पर एक सवाल विराट कोहली के ऊपर भी आएगा, बिकॉज दिस कैन नॉट बी एन एक्सक्यूज दैट एवरी टाइम व्हेन ही इज कमिंग टू बैट it's 10 for 2 or 15 for 2 or 20 for 2. That's not going to be an excuse. So let's see what Ravi Shastri has said about Virat Kohli. He's backing him to come good. We've seen videos of the way Virat was batting. Kal raat ko maine bahut videos dekhi where he was asking the Indian bowlers to bowl just outside the off stump, and he was leaving the ball. He was not making an attempt to play there. This is what Ravi Shastri has said. I think they have slipped down the ranks on current form, because you have to give the likes of Root taking off, this Williamson doing well, Harry Brook coming into the scene. There are a lot of other young players. Uh, in a situation like this, they will be dangerous because they will be hungry. I don't think we should. I don't think we should club Steve Smith and Virat Kohli together, Abhi, because of the way Steve Smith batted in that last Test match. We haven't seen that from Virat Kohli, Abhi, because of his issues on that off stump. Um, Srini, your thoughts on Virat? अगर ये रोहित के लिए these last two Test matches are very important. Is this a similar situation for Virat Kohli as well? Forget whatever happened with that Perth 100. एक second, you're muted.
Yeah, yeah. I
Go ahead.
see. I don't count the Perth 100.
Yeah.
I've
Mm,
never counted. But that said, Virat is not the topic of discussion today. At number 4, at least one thing, let's give it to him. His place, his place in the batting order right now, none of that is under question. Yes, there is this discussion that with high time Virat Kohli scores runs in more demanding conditions, in a more demanding scenario of a test match, which exactly wasn't the case when he got that 100 in the first test. Fair enough. Until that point, the discussion makes sense. Beyond that, Virat is not a point of discussion, because at number 4, his place is firm and settled.
well, the reason why
That
he's a point of discussion is because he's not scoring those runs, no?
Yeah, exactly my point. So in this test match, as I said, in this test match, what's not under discussion, obviously his place. His place at number 4 in this test match is settled. It's another discussion altogether, that the fact that he's not been among runs, and we actually, I think, by now have a fair idea of why he's not been among runs, because from 2023 onwards till 2024, 15 dismissals, we know. We just have to look at the data points in terms of where have those 12, 13 dismissals come, in what fashion have they come. So we know what Virat Kohli is struggling with. We have discussed this threadbare, and he refuses to learn from it. Will this test match be any different? Ravi loves him. I know Ravi kind of will never ever raise a single this thing of doubt. When it comes to Virat, he will back him endlessly, which is what Ravi is doing, and Ravi has loads of
Hmm.
confidence in Virat. They've like brought results together in the past. Having said that, again, it's still a separate discussion. I mean, the pressure on him to deliver in this test match, yes, I totally understand. He has to learn from his mistakes. We are praying and hoping that he doesn't fall prey once again to a similar manner in which he's been persistently getting dismissed outside the off stump, wherever. I mean, he at least finds where his off stump is. Having said all that, today's discussion has nothing to do with Virat Kohli. I think today's discussion is more about Rohit Sharma. I really think we need to kind of concentrate whatever we are not able to grasp about this playing 11, whatever discussion we are having, and how much ever we try and wrap around our heads around it. The sole point of discussion is Rohit, whether he plays in the middle order, whether he plays up the order. And because we have to fit Rohit in this scheme of things, is why we cannot find the perfect balance to the 11. I'm sorry, but that's where things stand at this point in time. Everybody else has to make way. Whether we are discussing KL Rahul's position being, kind of in question, whether we're talking about the need for an extra bowler, whether we're talking about the need to kind of further bolster this batting attack, add another batter, whatever. I'm not in the favor of adding another batter, but whatever this discussion is, the central point of what this revolves around is Rohit's position in that playing 11. I think that's where the
I
discussion is.
Okay, I agree, but we also have to consider the fact that somebody like Virat Kohli is not scoring runs, despite the fact that he is the
It's not.
fulcrum
I
of the
think we've discussed this again and again. I mean, ever since this test series has started, barring that 100 in Perth, I think we've discussed the threat pair. And as I said, as far as tomorrow's 11 is concerned, that's where Virat is not a part of the discussion. But yes, separately, yes, Virat's batting. I'm sure tomorrow another dismissal outside the off stump, and we'll be back to discussing Virat Kohli once again.
Okay, I agree, but I disagree on the fact that the major crux of the topic is not just the playing 11, but also the fact that India's runs are not coming. So when Kohli is not scoring runs, uh, that that is a topic of contention when you're playing only five batters or you're thinking of playing one batter less.
Chetan, to add here,
Yeah.
we've discussed Rohit at number 5. We've discussed the possibility of Rohit at number 3. We've discussed the possibility of Rohit opening. Have we discussed the possibility of Rohit or KL at number 4? See, that's where number 4 is settled. The
Yeah,
fact
but
that we are not getting runs
yeah, okay,
is
got it. But my point is कि it is a bone of contention that the number 4 is not scoring runs. हम उसके around कितना भी rotate करा लो, he's not scoring runs, so he's not scoring runs. Abhijit sir, I would like your thought on this. कि is this not a bone of contention? I think it is.
नहीं, वो तो है ही। देखिए क्या होता है ना कि अगेन मैंने अपना पहले पॉडकास्ट में एक बात बोला था कि हम वी हैव अ टेंडेंसी टू लुक फॉर अ मैच का मुजरिम। हाँ, तो अभी हम सीरीज का मुजरिम बता रहे हैं रोहित शर्मा को। देयर इज नो डिनाइंग दैट हम उसके फेलियर से ही हमारा प्रॉब्लम शुरू हुआ है, क्योंकि पहला टेस्ट तो हम जीत गए थे इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट आवर बैटिंग मोस्ट ऑफ आवर बैट्समैन फेल्ड, वी वन द फर्स्ट टेस्ट। यहाँ पे दो बातें मैं कहना चाहूंगा। एक तो शास्त्री जी के बारे में। सी, शास्त्री जी इज टॉकिंग like a moral booster. He's not talking as a cricketing mind. He is boosting Virat's confidence. ये बात सही है, लेकिन ये तो प्रॉब्लम है ही हमारे साथ कि जिनको हम ड्रॉप करना चाहिए उनको हम ड्रॉप कर नहीं सकते, तो कहीं हम वो बाकी सारी चीजों को रफू कर रहे हैं। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम सिर्फ उनका नहीं, आप देख लो ना कौन सा बैट्समैन बैटिंग किया है ना। सी, पंत is playing as a top order. He is not batting at number 7, so we are playing him as a batsman. और वो बैट्समैन के तौर पे आपने एक हाफ सेंचुरी अभी तक नहीं बनाया 3 टेस्ट में। शुभमन गिल ने भी 2 टेस्ट खेले हैं, एक भी आपका एक भी रन आपने 35 भी क्रॉस नहीं किया है, और यशस्वी के एक इनिंग्स के अलावा कभी नहीं खेला। तो हमारे सारे प्रॉब्लम्स जो है ना वो एक साथ आ गए हैं एक जगह पे। एंड सिंस दीज टू सीनियर्स वो अपने लेवल पे मतलब वी फील दैट इनका एक्सपायरी डेट्स आ चुका है, लेकिन जबरदस्ती अपने को ड्रैग कर रहे हैं। दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ नाउ अ जनरल नेशनल फीलिंग।
Okay. I sincerely believe that Virat may still have something more to offer in terms of batting. Like when he's settled, when he has his problem sorted, he can score runs. But how soon can he sort those problems? That's a big topic. Let's move on to Australia. They have more or less decided their playing 11. They more or less decided they made this very important change. They've brought McSweeney. कितना बड़ा luxury है ना नितिन? You can just drop a
Yeah.
batter and you can just bring a 19-year-old and say, "Oh, you know what? This will be something new to throw against who? Against Jasprit Bumrah. They want to throw something new against Jasprit Bumrah. कितना बड़ा luxury है उनको यार. 19-year-old kid coming, they're not gonna judge him. Sam Constance to open. I mean, Scott Boland to come in for Josh Hazelwood. I think they're ठीक है. They were on top in Brisbane. They would be disappointed they didn't get to enforce the follow on, couldn't force the result. this, that. Travis Head is fit. He's going to bat again. Australia in a luxurious situation. First Nitin and then Dwapayan.
If they get to bat first in 40 degrees heat tomorrow, and if they get 275 plus,
Yeah.
I think they're on their way to making this series 2-1.
Okay.
Because it's very important that India bats first tomorrow
Hmm.
and puts up at least 300 to 325. If Australia bats first and gets 275 plus, then I think it's India to play catch-up cricket from there.
It's important you said India to bat first tomorrow because Dwapayan, again, like I mentioned yesterday, I wasn't there for the Brisbane Test match. Uh, but that decision to bowl first in Brisbane, वो मेरे सर के ऊपर से निकल गया. I just couldn't understand. It was like facing a bouncer and not even having to duck underneath it. Uh, to bowl first in Brisbane, that was like, what are you thinking, Rohit? So tomorrow, again, obviously we don't know the pitch conditions yet. We'll see tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. But your thoughts? Australia, a very luxurious position.
You're
Gapayan?
muted.
Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. I think it's not a case of being in a position of luxury because they would have preferred McSweeney to succeed. He's a second choice guy coming in, and Sam Constance. It's a they are also kind of punting. A 19-year-old guy, a very attacking player. Their top order is also faltering, so it's not that they are in a great position. It's Travis Head who has made the difference. So
Hmm.
I don't think they are also very overtly comfortable or confident about their own batting, and that is India's
Hmm.
biggest hope. If India has to win, it is they have to feed on the poor, not so good batting form of the Australian top order other than Travis Head.
Okay. Yes, we had that graphic as well that he scored 400 runs and he scored I think more than the entire or almost as similar as the entire Australian batting lineup. There you go, 409 for
Yeah.
Travis Head, 410 for the entire Australian batting order. So that's that's one guy who continues to hurt Indian cricket. Wherever you play him. Okay, one final question before we go ahead. लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि weather forecast क्या है. Sorry, we don't have a graphic for that, but. Tomorrow it's going to be 40 degrees. There is 0% chance of rain. Friday onwards, it's a little cooler, 20, 22, 25 degrees. Goes up till 28 degrees on Monday, day 5. I'm not sure the match is going to last till day 5. But only on day 3, there's a possibility of 24% rain. Let me also tell you, Melbourne is a city of 4 weathers in a day. तो बारिश होगी भी तो वो फटाफट ड्राई हो जाएगा unless it's a really bad shower which is not forecast. You can have 4 different weather spells in one day in Melbourne. So yeah, so it seems like it's going to be cloudy and windy and dry all at the same time, just like Melbourne is. Just before we go, one last topic that we need to discuss because somebody really put it up, and India's bowling attack. Do you see a spot for Mohammad Siraj? Let's start with Srini and then Abhijit sir.
Yeah, they will continue with Siraj.
Continue
I'll
with
just
Siraj.
wrap it up. Yeah, Akashdeep, Bumrah, Siraj. I think this is going to be the 3-man attack, and they will go with Sundar and Jadeja, and then Nitish Kumar Reddy the fourth. That's the way I'm.
Okay, so you are playing 6 bowling options, Srini. Avijit sir, your thoughts, Siraj, and if you want to tell us your playing 11 for tomorrow.
Yashasvi,
Yeah,
Rahul,
yeah,
Gill,
mm,
Kohli, Pant, Rohit,
yeah,
Jadeja,
yeah.
वॉशिंगटन सुंदर
Okay.
और जो 3 पिछले मैच में जो तीनों ने किए थे वही.
So you are continuing with Siraj?
या बस एक छोटा सा बात कहना चाहूंगा कि आप लोगों ने पहले डिस्कस किया था ना ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बैटिंग लाइनअप, उसके बारे में एक छोटा सा बात बोलना चाहूंगा कि जो उसी को मैं रिपीट करूंगा कि ना कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया का भी एक भी बल्लेबाज अपार्ट मैं एलेक्स करी को छोड़ रहा हूं और ट्रेविस हेड को छोड़ रहा हूं, उनका एवरेज 25 से ऊपर नहीं है एक भी बल्लेबाज का, और स्मिथ का है 24.80 और बाकी सारे जो है लाबुशान का 20 के नीचे है, मैक्सवीनी तो चले गए, उनका भी 20 के नीचे था, ख्वाजा का भी नीचे है और मिचेल मार्स का भी नीचे है. So हमारा our bowling has done its job. We have not been able to solve the riddle of Travis Head. अगर हमने इन सबको रोक के रखा है, उनके देश में 25 के नीचे रख के रखा है और 3 टेस्ट तक रखा है, so our bowler somewhere, in spite of our limitations, we have done our job more or less.
Okay, fair enough. Nitin, do you agree with that? And would you make any changes to the bowling lineup?
I would partially agree with that. I think the only bowler that has made the difference has been Jasprit Bumrah. The fact that we are still 1-1 here is only because of Bumrah and nobody else. Otherwise, we would have been 3-0 down. We would have lost Perth had Bumrah not produced that spell. So,
We were bowled out for, so yeah.
I'm sorry.
We were bowled out for 100 runs. There was hardly
Yeah.
any from that. Yeah.
Yeah. What we need now is adequate backup, adequate seam bowling backup to allow Bumrah a reasonable break after he bowls his first spell, and to come back again fresh to attack maybe Travis Head and the big guns in at 5, 6, and 7 who they rely on, because the job that was given to McSweeney, Labuschagne, and Khawaja was get the ball old so that the other batters can come and attack the Indian inexperienced bowling attack, and that's what has gone to plan for them in Adelaide and in Brisbane.
Okay, give us your playing 11 for tomorrow.
Um, Jaiswal Rahul, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma, Ravindra Jadeja, Bumrah, Siraj, Prasidh Krishna, and Akashdeep.
Okay, I like that one. Okay, Dopayan, your thoughts on the final thoughts on playing 11. Give us your playing 11.
No, I will stick with the playing 11 of the earlier test match. If at all, if Siraj is not fit or something, any niggle, then Prasidh Krishna for Siraj. Otherwise, I will stick with the for 11 of the earlier test match, because we are not dropping the only the out of form batter, that is Rohit Sharma. So I do not endorse the 5 bowler theory when the batting is not doing well. When batting is the problem.
Okay, well balanced that one. Okay. Well, that was our show. We've just, go ahead, Srini.
I'd like to add one bit here. I will go 9 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10. I will go with the lineup, the 11 that Nitin has mentioned. Okay, that is in an ideal scenario. That is where it should happen. And why will we not do it? We will not do it because we are not confident of our batting order, and we are not confident of the guy who now wants to open the innings. Because of this lack in confidence, we will not go with that lineup, and we will tinker with that top order, which will be resulting in the entire 11. I did not give my 11, so I want to give my 11.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar, Jasprit Bumrah, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Mohammad Siraj, and Akashdeep. 11.
Okay. So
ideally, should it have been the 11? No. But why is it the 11? Ideal circumstances, the 11 should have been what Nitin said, not what I'm saying.
So you're playing 3 all-rounders, Srini?
Yes. To make up for kind of.
I get it. But again, my only issue with this is, and this is, I mean, again, it's going to be another day of topic, as Srini said. If Rohit Sharma is droppable, so is Virat Kohli. That is my only contention with this, irrespective of that Perth 100. But that is a debate for another day. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Look forward to you guys tomorrow, day 1, Boxing Day. So excited! Always a great spectacle of cricket, Boxing Day, especially at the MCG, my favorite ground. And disappointed to not be there, but I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:30. We'll be analyzing day 1 of the 4 Test match. Hope it goes well for India. मुझे तो 3 बजे उठ के जाना है commentary करने, but yes, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you, Dopayan, KSR, Nitin, Abhijit sir. Thank you so much. All our viewers, thank you so much for your comments and joining us. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Catch you then. Thank you.
Thank you.